G'day guys, Paul from Wonder Roo Caravans here, and today we have the pleasure of having Linda and Troy with us, and they've come in for a service. Maybe you can run us through some of your travels for a start, where you've been and what you've done with your Wonder Roo Caravan.
This trip we went down to Tasmania for 5 weeks. Travelled all the way around, I guess you can say. We done mostly free camping. 4 nights, I think, we stayed in the caravan park with power. But as I said, the rest of it was done with free camping, which obviously saves money. And that's due to the solar and the battery system, and which obviously then, you can free camp a lot, go off grid.
Yeah. So you bought this van in 2022? So that's not your first trip. You've done quite a few trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we've gone through the red dust. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we did travel. We travelled up the Northern Territory. A lot of dirty roads, dusty, corrugated. Had no issues whatsoever. No cabinetry fall off or opened up. No dust inside the van. Obviously, there was quite a bit on the outside, but you're anal like me, you wash it.
You wouldn't know. It looks like it just come out of the showroom.
You wash it every week, so that wasn't an issue.
Troy, you mentioned that you're off grid for most of your trips, or in your last trip. What sort of battery management system?
Yeah, we've got two 200 watts on the roof, 2 100 lithiums, and that seemed to do us ample now. Runs your lights, battery, TV. Obviously, use the gas for the fridge because we have a 3-way fridge. It's plentiful amount of battery supply, I suppose you could say, to keep us going.
Yeah, for what you were using.
For what we were using it for.
Yeah, yeah. So that was 200 of lithium and 400 solar. No inverter.
No inverter. No
inverter. Yeah, that's great. It's good to hear.
That's not much.
Yeah, but that's good to know.
But that just proves that you can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're going to show us around. Troy.
Okay. What we done today, we come in and we had the blackjack trailer jack installed. That will make life a lot easier for my wife because she's the one that winds it up and down. Also, when we bought the van, we had the 2-bike carrier put on. Obviously handy when you throw the bikes up there and do a bit of riding when you're on your holiday. Also, a couple little extras we put on. We had a wider tunnel boot installed, so that way we could slide our table and that in. And it saved us a couple of dollars buying new tables and chairs. As you can see, we had a light put above, which obviously makes that a lot easier doing things at night time. If you walk this way, down this end is where I do most of my cooking, hence why I put an extra 240 socket there, and the light doing cooking at night. It just makes life so much easier. Around this side, on this side we added another tunnel boot which goes underneath the son's bunk bed. In there we store a lot of soft drinks, normal drinks, a lot of the wife's wine, and also very good to put beer in there as well. And it doesn't actually get shaken up very much at all. Again, we put an extra light above the main power socket for when you pull up at night time. So much easier to see. Outdoor shower, very handy to have. Also, we have the gas Truma heater. We actually used that last week when we were down at Tasmania at Cradle Mountain. It did get quite cold. So very quick. You only had to put it on for half hour and heated the van up nice and toasty.
You've upgraded your suspension. You got roller rockers?
We do have roller rocker suspension, but we also put 4 4 gas struts as well. We did travel up through the Northern Territory last year and on quite a few corrugated roads, and the suspension was awesome. And we didn't lose any cupboard or drawers inside the van. They all stayed together.
Yeah. Linda, we're inside your van now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it, what you've done.
We've used a basic floor plan of a family bunk van, but we have an adult son with a disability who travels with us. Yep. So we had the back end specially built for him. So the mattress folds up, the bed folds up, and he's got his own little cafe dinette area down the bottom, which also folds down into a bunk when we bring the grandkids.
Yep, nice. Very great idea. Yeah.
We wanted more space down there, so we've got the concertina door, which opens it right up. Yeah. Just added a blind for privacy for him and gives us a bit more changing space there. But the rest of it, other than a longer table here for 3 adults sitting, the rest of it's pretty standard to a 21.6. 21.6. Yep.
Very nice. Troy, got anything to add with that?
No, I think we put the extra hatch in the back for the sun just to brighten up the area. Also the 2 fans, but I think that would be probably standard.
Nice colours, soft closed drawers.
Everything soft closed drawers, very handy. As I said before, when we travelled up the middle of some corrugated road, we had no issues with drawers opening and falling out like I've heard on other brands.
Or even like ovens and fridges and moving and that. We had no issues at all.
Yeah. No problems there. We've got the water filter. So that's always handy to know. You're cleaning your water.
Yep. So your water's gas electric. You got the Swift 28 litre water tank. And you've got, how many water tanks have you got?
We have the 2. We've got 200 litre or 95. I'm not 100% sure.
110. Yeah, 220.
2.
Yeah, there we go. We've heard it. 2 110s and 110 grey.
Yes.
Yep. And how's that? That's with your sort of
usage.
Yeah. It's it doesn't go too bad. Again, on my extra list for the next van I build, I will put another tank. Just gives you that little bit more comfort, especially when you've got 3 adults trying to have a shower. But yeah, you always learn something after you build something the first time.
Because it's the first thing that you run out of.
That's right. You will run out of water before you run out of solar and battery power. But on the trip, all you have to do is try find places where they have fresh water, and you fill up your back jerry can and store it. Or you take the van with you. You pull the van and then you fill up and you pull up and fill up the van. Hooked up. There is plenty of them around, especially in Tasmania.
Very nice. L-shaped lounge, that works really well for you guys.
It does, yes.
Family van. Most people do have an L shape, but I like the L shapes. I mean, in a couple's van.
Yeah, makes it easy with the handle, especially when you're a little bit cuddly.
Yeah, you can
get in and out nice and easy. That definitely makes it a lot easier. Obviously, we have the lift up strut bed, which very handy.
A lot of storage
under there.
You mentioned that you're in the red dust and you've only got the scupper vent. So did you have much dust coming through? So that worked okay for you guys?
For what we done, no.
So the van's pretty well sealed.
Yep. Yeah, there's no issues there. It's all sealed up very well. No water leaks. So that's obviously a bonus.
Any other trips planned?
Yeah, we are actually heading down the coast from where we live. We live at Wollongong in New South Wales. We're just heading down the coast for 4 days, and then we start planning the big one, as I said before, to WA, hopefully.
Yeah. Any tips with planning and that sort of stuff? Do you do anything different to anyone else, or do you have any?
We just with Tasmania. We're winging it.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was a bit worried, but there's so many free camps.
Yeah.
Wiki Camps is your best friend.
Yeah.
That tells you that app tells you free camps, paid camps, dump points, water fill ups, virtually everything you want, to be honest. So yeah, that's a definite for $10, or I think it is. That's the definite thing to do when you travel. You'll still always have fights with your wife about navigating. We had several on this trip, but that's just that's just the way it goes. It's part of the fun of experience of caravanning.
So, does he get up you go when you're unhitching and all that sort of stuff?
Oh,
You
no,
and Maddie,
isn't too bad.
no fights there?
No, because that's Matthew and my domain.
Okay.
But yeah, I blame Google Maps a lot.
Yeah.
Taking us down dirt tracks.
Yeah. It's Google. Maps are wrong. They haven't been updated.
Yeah. When you've been caravanning a little while, you will have your own jobs. Yep. Everyone knows their routine. Once we get set up, Linda and I unhook it. Matthew will come along and drop the legs and start getting the water pumped on the hoses out, all that sort of thing. So normally it runs pretty smooth and you're set up and having a beer within 10, 15 minutes. Nice. You can't complain. Yeah. And obviously a bonus is if you're driving along and you're tired, you can just pull over in the nearest place you can fit and you can just hop in the van and lay down and have a power nap, and then away you go again.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. Troy, with Wonder Roo, how you found the whole process? I mean, you've had the caravan from 2022. How have you found Wonder Roo in general?
They've been great. We, because I'm a very anal person, so everything has to be done Mickey Mouse from the start, from the drawings, and obviously we had the custom built area. Phil and Sam were really good. They knew they had a lot to put up with when they were dealing with myself, because I told them straight from the beginning. All the way along, every stage there's no problems. They'd ring if they had any issues about where to put something instead of just guessing and putting it in there, which doesn't go well with me. But yeah, then pick up, walk through. Everything's been first class. I could highly recommend it to anyone else that's starting to get into the caravan game.
Yeah, really do appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, want to give us a call or want to come down to the factory, see what we do here, how we do it. My phone number is 0466 935 487. Please don't hesitate to give us a call. Interstate people, more than welcome, like you guys. You guys, just while we're there, did you fly down or drive down? You flew down?
Yeah, we flew down, hired a car, and then we come out. It was actually over the holiday period, and Phil and Sam did come down. So again, that's the sort of service you get. They went out of their way to do that, and we spent quite a while. We were probably here for 8 hours, so it wasn't just a 10-minute that they had to give up their time. It was virtually a whole day. So again, I couldn't recommend it highly enough.
Linda?
Thank you.
Troy? Thanks, mate.
No worries.
They told me to stay away from you.